Hello students. So in this video, I'll be showing you how to do use case diagram using Draw.io, right? So now obviously you're gonna first open your Draw.io software, right? And then you're gonna create a new diagram, right? So under the diagram, you're gonna select the blank diagram, right? And then you're gonna create, right? And then here you're gonna get something like this, right? So you're gonna name your document, and then the file type you're gonna leave it as an XML file for now, right? And then you save, right? And then you'll get something like this, right? So now here, right, we're going to now import the shapes that you're gonna import the shapes that we'll need to draw our data flow diagram, right? So you press on more shapes, right? And then the first one that you select on general, right? So you take general, right? And then you select it. So it's gonna be one of the shapes that you're gonna be using, right? And then you go to softwares, right? So softwares is here, right? So the packages or shapes that we're looking for here, it's UML 2.5, right? And UML, right? And then you apply this, right? And then you'll get these shapes right here, right? So now under UML 2.5, right? So when you are drawing your use cases, like there's four fundamental shapes that we'll need, right? Or fundamental figures, right? The first one is an act, right? So you get an actor under either UML, right? Or you can also get it here under general, right? And you can also get it under UML straight, right? And then, but like I think like let's just work on UML 2.5, right? And then here you are going to get like, so for you like to draw, as I said, so let me just do this first. So when you're drawing your UML first, like you have your actor, right? And then your actor is outside your system, right? They, what you call, the influence, they're able to influence the system, right? So let's say an actor, right? Let's say you may have two actors, right? And then now you want to create a system, right? So your actors, they interact with the system, right? But in different ways, right? So let's say for you, right, the way, let's say, let me give you an example with your UJ system, right? So with your UJ system, you're able to log on, maybe register for modules, check your financials, and like every other thing that you do, like in your ULink system. But like from your lecturer's perspective, they're able to put in your marks, view your details, and be able to do other things, for example, right? So here under UML object, you're gonna get like a shape that's written objects, right? So this shape, you're gonna use it to represent your system, right? So you can expand it like this, right? Just to make sure that everything fits in, right? So under object, you're gonna double click on your object, right? And then you're gonna cancel this out, right? And then how you name your system, right? You go to general now, right? And then you get a text right here, and then you put it here at the top, right? So let's say I'm developing a system for an online shopping system, right? So that's what I'm gonna name my system as, online shopping system, right? And then I can extend this like this, right? And then for me to expand, I can double click on it, right? And then let's say I want to increase to 24, I can also make it bold, right? So now your actors, right, you can also rename them. Let's say here, this is a student, right? And then let's say So yeah, and then let's say this is your lecture, right? And then your system may also have like different actors. So let's say this actor here, maybe it's your, what you call your IT guy, maybe from UJ, right? That's responsible for making improvements on the system, right? So let's just say this is an IT guy, right? Or a guy from IT department or whatnot, right? So you can have multiple actors, right? So I've just presented you with the, what you call, with the different aspects like of a use case diagram. So first it's your system, which is represented by this block, and then you have your actors, right? And then your third your third, what you call, your third like fundamental or like shapes that are important in use case diagram, it's the your use case, obvious, right? So here, this is where you represent the actions that happen in the system, right? Or the actions, like, or factors that can be influenced by the actors, right? So let's say, for example, if you look at this diagram here, a customer, like in the online shopping management system, they are able to view items or make purchases, right? So this is how they can influence the system, right? So let's say, for example, you can put view, what should view items, right? And then they can also make purchases, right? So you can add another use case, make purchases, right? So now, like if you are trying to link this influence using these lines, you can just go back to, what you call, to your general, right? And then you get this. Okay, so not this line, right? So you get this line here. It's just written line, right? And then you can drag it, and then you can point it from your actor, and then you can drag it into straight into your, what you call, into your use case, right? So you can get another one like this, and then okay, from this, and then now I can put it here, right? And then drag it into my second use case, right? So you can put as many lines as you want, right? So now this is your third like feature of a use case, right? So your use case shape, right? And then now your last one, right? It's your, like, it's your, what you call, it's your relationships line, right? So you get them under, what you call, under use case, right? So now let's say you are trying to put like include, for example, right? So include, like, it's represented by, what you call, here, by like a dash line, right? And then it has include, right? So let's say I'm trying to put in that include, right? So now you can just go get a line like this right here. It's called dependency, right? And then here you can rename that dependency. You can just say, to make, to ensure that you have, what you call, you have these signs here, like you can use your greater than or less than equals to sign. So you can just say this, and then include, right? And then there's something like this, right? And then now you can connect this from here, right? Maybe into another use case like this one here, right? And then now you can establish that relationship, right? So these lines, what I want you to be mindful of is that somewhat like difficult to work with, but make sure you track them hard enough, right? So they can connect to your use case, right? So similar with your extend, right? You can just get like a line here. Again, let's say I'm using So okay, so there's already an extend here. You can just, for extend, you can use this line here. It's written generalizations, this one here, right? So it's already written extends, right? And then you can use it to connect your use case into another use case like this one, right? And then now you are able to draw your use case, right? Indicating the relationship, use cases, the system, and the actors involved in the system, right? So that's how you draw a use case diagram using Draw.io, right? So hopefully in this video, I hope I was audible, right? So anyway, like, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and like.